I'm Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking. Today I'm going to bring to you a Eastern and Central European treat that is very popular here in this region due to, a bunch of those folks having settled here. And that is poppy seed roll. Poppy seed and nut rolls are very popular amongst many of the families here of Slavic and Polish and German and Ukrainian background, and they go by several names which I'll list in the description below. But today I'm focusing on the poppy seed roll. I might do a nut roll later or include the nut filling in this because it's the same roll, just different fillings. But poppy seed is one of Mike's favorites, so today we're making poppy seed roll for the holidays. And that's right, this is part of the Helga's Happy Holidays series. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you what goes in it. So for the poppy seed roll, the dough part is going to be flour, eggs, sour cream, sugar, baking soda, salt, butter, 2 eggs, and the instant rise yeast. For the poppy seed filling, it is going to be sugar, milk, butter, lemon juice, and half a pound of poppy seeds. So let's get going because we're going to work on the dough part first and we can work on our filling. First part of making our dough is we're going to heat up the sour cream. And we're only going to heat this up enough that it can melt the butter. So I have it on medium heat and I'm just going to get this worked here and melting. Don't want to burn it, don't want to scorch it. Use a non-stick saucepan. But like I said, you want it warm enough that it's going to melt the butter and pretty much the sugar as well. As it gets more liquid, that's when you know it's going to be warm enough to melt our butter. And I'm going to add in the butter. There's 3 tablespoons. I just did it in pats so that it's going to melt more quickly. I have the heat off. As soon as this is melted, I'm going to add in the 5 tablespoons of sugar, the teaspoon and a half of salt, and the 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, that's all nice and smooth. That's all incorporated. There's my salt. There's my baking soda. And there's my sugar. And then we're going to let this cool while we start working on the other part of this. And get this stirred in well. You see that makes a nice creamy mixture. This is around 125 now, so it doesn't have to cool too far. Large bowl. While the sour cream mixture is cooling, I'm going to take the 3 cups of flour and a package of the instant rise yeast. And I'm going to mix this together real well because then that'll be ready for our mixture, our sour cream mixture. So I'm cooled down here. I'm under 120 degrees, about 100. So I'm going to slowly add in my beaten eggs. If they're over 120, if you have this too hot, your eggs are going to curdle then, which you don't want. And there you can see that it's incorporated nice and smooth, no curdles. And now we're going to add this to our flour mixture to make our dough. And I'm just going to add this in like this. now the fun part. This is going to make a sticky dough. And you can either turn this out onto a floured surface to knead it, or you can cheat like I'm going to and use the stand mixer. Okay. Okay, there's our dough, and I'm going to transfer that to my KitchenAid here with the dough hook so that it can do the kneading for me. And that looks pretty smooth. So I'm going to take this out, and then I'm going to put a bowl over the top and let it sit for 10 minutes. So while my dough is resting, we'll work on the poppy seed filling to have ready for it. I'm going to take my poppy seeds and put them in my food processor because I want to get these ground. So that's the next step. So I wasn't happy with the job my Cuisinart was doing, so I brought out my bad boy here, which is actually Pampered Chef blender. This thing is a beast, and it did the trick. Boy, did it grind it nice. So I now have my poppy seeds ground, ready to go in for my recipe. Next I'm going to add my sugar to the poppy seeds. Then I'm going to add my hot milk. And my warm butter, melted butter, and the lemon juice. Then while I finish working on getting the dough ready, I'm going to put this in the fridge and let this set up, because this will, as it sits here a little bit, it's going to thicken and set up, and it'll thicken up too as it chills. So this is going to go in the refrigerator, and then we'll work on rolling out my dough. So here's my rested dough, and I'm going to turn that out here onto the floured surface, and I'm going to try and cut this as evenly in half as I can. Like that. I'm going to try and roll this out into a rectangular shape and around 1/4 inch of it thick if we can. And it's a fairly decent rectangular shape, and now we're going to work on our filling. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of the mixture. You want to leave enough room along the edges so that this will seal. I know mine's not perfectly rectangular and all, but as long as it tastes good, I don't think anybody really cares. These aren't going anywhere. And then we're just going to bring it over like this. And start the roll. I'm just going to do this to make it even. I'm going to pinch the ends here good. Just crimp the bottom, and then I'm going to put it on a parchment lined sheet, and I'll do the other one the same way, and then they are going to rise. Next thing I'm going to do is take plastic wrap and I'm going to spray it like this and flip it over like this. I'm going to do this with both of them because now I'm going to let them set and rise for an hour and a half. During that time, they should rise and get kind of puffy. Now, you can see that these both rose here and puffed up. And I'm going to take the saran off and we're going to put them in the oven at 350 for around 35 minutes. They're out of the oven. Ooh. Ah. Now, we're going to let these cool off on the pans for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'm going to put them on cooling racks. This is what the roll looks like, done. And this is what the slices look like. And you're in for a treat because the disgruntled mechanic's going to do the taste test today. Because he's all about the poppy seed roll. Oh, what's wrong with you?
Lots of stuff.
Now you can't turn it off. Alright.
Alright, so my favorite over nut roll is definitely poppy seed roll. And I had to get a glass of, I don't usually drink a lot of milk, but I had to get a glass of milk. So, let's try it. And the thing about this is, she knows me and she knows I'll be honest even on camera. Yeah, see. So, let's try it. Looks really good. What I like is I like mine filled. Lots of poppy stuff filling in it. I can't say like Mom used to make because Mom never made poppy seed roll.
No, that was Aunt Audrey.
Well, Audrey made it, and my one grandmother, and it tastes very much like that, honestly. Poppy seed's good, roll's good. I like it. 2 thumbs up if both hands, if one hand wasn't full.
So, poppy seed roll. Like I said, that is a common holiday treat here. You'll see it at weddings, you'll see it for the holidays. It's definitely a treat. I like the nut rolls as well. I might show you how to do those yet, but if not this year, for next year. So, poppy seed roll, there you go. Helga's Happy Holidays. Give it a shot. Add it to your holiday buffet this year and share it with friends. That's what the holidays are all about.